We've got a knee-friendly burn and tone workout that's perfect for women of a certain age. Grab your dumbbells and let's go. All right, killer bees, let's get moving and grooving, and that means that we're getting started with some arm circles and high knees. You guys, welcome to the workout. I'm Paula B, your best middle-aged fitness friend, and today we're gonna sweat. I'm gonna put that right out there right away. Today for me is gonna be a push day, which means that I'm gonna be demonstrating at high intensity with heavy weights. Now, don't confuse high intensity with low impact. We are absolutely low impact, absolutely no jumping today for any of our cardio exercises. We are also completely knee friendly with no squats and no lunges, but oh my goodness, we are gonna sweat. Now, if today is not a push day for you, that's totally fine. Depending on what your goals are, you can do this as a push day like I am doing, or you can absolutely moderate this, slow it on down, use some lighter dumbbells. You can make today work for you. And in fact, if you'd like to know how to make it work for you, make sure you open up the description box down below and get my 5-page information resource that explains all about how to make any workout work for your goal. Let's go ahead and do some arm crossers with booty kickers. Okay, apparently it's gonna be one of those days when I have trouble talking, so I'm just gonna flow with it, because I tell you what, I'm a little nervous about this one. This is gonna be such a great workout. This is a completely low impact, as mentioned, no repeat workout. I get a little bit nervous when we do the no repeats, because it means that I cannot at any point in time be on autopilot. Like, I really have to think about, okay, what's coming next? What's coming next? What's coming next? Because what's coming next is always going to be something different. We're going back and forth between cardio and strength. I've got a little cardio and then a little strength, and then a little bit more cardio and then a little bit more strength, and then a little bit more cardio and a little bit more strength. Again though, none of these are repeating exercises, so once you get through it, we're getting through it. Let's go ahead and do some welcome to my homes. I've got my handy dandy gym boss here set for intervals of 40 seconds. Very generous, especially if today is a moderate day for you. You can absolutely, well, I mean, no matter if today's a moderate day or a push day, take all of the intervals at whatever pace and at whatever weight feels best for you. If you are pushing though, make sure that you set your intention right now that we're going to be pushing the entire workout. That is arguably the hardest part about a push day, is setting your intention and then following through the entire time. At some point in time, I'm going to wish that we weren't pushing. I already know that. It's going to happen, and you know what? And here we go. We're actually going to get started with a little bit of cardio, which is kind of an extended warm-up. So let's go ahead and get moving and grooving with that. We're doing rainbow kicks first, which means that we've got our hands going up across our head like a rainbow, and then we're kicking out to the side. And let's get moving. So we're kicking while doing that rainbow. Now, as I mentioned, it's 40 seconds. There's no rest at all, even when we're transitioning in between the cardio and the strength. So even if you're pushing or moderating, doesn't really matter, really kind of take that into account when you're taking into account your speed. When it beeps again, we're gonna do double knees, both hands up overhead like they are when we do low impact cardio. We're gonna bring both hands down to one knee 2 times in a row on one side and then 2 times in a row on the other side. Now, this first little cardio segment, we've only got a couple of exercises, and I did that on purpose. On a push day, it doesn't do you any good. Here we go with those double knees, 2 times on one side, 2 times on the other. Even on a day when we are pushing, it really doesn't do us any good to jump directly into a super intense workout. It's perfectly fine to get going because we've got plenty of go to go today. When it beeps again, we're doing middle skips, which is essentially just a skipping motion. We're raising one hand and one knee across your body at the same time as though we are skipping, even though we are not jumping at all. You'll notice that we have plenty of balance today, plenty of one-sided stuff today, because, and here we go with those middle skips. This is our last cardio for right now. We're coming back to cardio, not coming back to these exercises, but coming back to cardio. You'll notice that we've got lots of balance work today, lots of single-sided, really working on that core strength while we are keeping our knees safe, getting our heart rate up, and toning our body. When it beeps again, we're gonna grab our dumbbells. we're going to do peekaboo high knees, which means that our arms are going to be doing peekaboos, which means that we have our elbows at just about shoulder height, opening and closing your elbows in front of your face while one high knee comes up at a time. There's almost no resting position for this one, but I will tell you that because we are doing strength now, the pace is significantly slower. We're really thinking about pulling in your core and using excellent form. This is where I'm going to notice that the intervals are, let's call them generous, shall we? Now here's the thing. I'm using my big boys today. You are always welcome to maneuver your weights however you want to or need to. When it beeps again, we're doing deadlifts with a front raise. So we're going to have our feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. We're going to come down in a deadlift. And then as we come back up, we're doing a front raise. So palms facing your body while you push your hips back in that deadlift. And then as we stand up from it, palms face the ground. When it beeps again, we're doing a back step side raise, which is just what it sounds like. I just have to say it really carefully. We're stepping back with one foot at a time, not lunging, simply stepping back, challenging your balance, thinking about holding in your core. While across your body, we're raising that hand out to the side. So again, palms are facing your body and then palms are facing the ground. So we're stepping back while across your body is a side raise. This, oh my gosh, I'm going to fall over. This is challenging your balance without having to put any kind of stress on your knees. When it beeps again, we're going to go back into my comfort zone. We're going to do cardio again. And I tell you what, I'm already a little bit grateful for that. This strength work, I actually knew that the strength work was going to be really challenging for me today. Sometimes it just is. When it beeps again, we're going to put our dumbbells down and completely out of the way. And we're going to be doing windmill tapbacks. Your arms and your feet spread nice and wide. We're going to reach our opposite hand down towards our opposite foot. So hands and feet wide, reaching down towards, not, you don't have to touch, nobody cares. There's no windmill police like watching whether or not you actually touch your foot. Far more important, because we're back into cardio, is simply that you've got your core pulled in and you're moving as quickly as you can and or want to and or intended to today. When it beeps again, we're doing toy soldiers, which means that we're going to have our hands up over our head, as we do on a low impact cardio day, reaching our opposite hand towards our opposite kicking foot. Now here's the thing. We're in our second, here we go with our toy soldiers. We're in our second little round of cardio here. And I'm thinking right now about pushing, what push feels like, what push is going to feel like for the rest of this workout. I know approximately how long it is. I'm looking at my whiteboard. I'm moving at a pace that works for me. I want you to move at a pace that feels right for you. When it beeps again, we're doing reach across crunch. No matter if that's faster than me or slower than me or exactly the same pace, making sure that you're getting your best workout is always your responsibility, my friend. Especially if you are, here we go, with a reach across crunch and reach across crunch. Especially if your goal is weight loss and you should be doing a moderate day workout for weight loss. I don't want you to be trying to keep up with me simply because this is the pace I'm going on screen. Making sure that you're doing your best workout is so important for you to get what you want. When it beeps again, we're doing cheerleader kicks, which means that our hands are starting at shoulder height. We're kicking forward, and as we're kicking, we're cheering both of our hands up overhead. Your hands are never coming down below your shoulders. So here we go, cheerleader kicks. The trick on this one is that your elbows are actually out kind of wide, and because your hands are up at shoulder height or higher the entire time, you really have no ability to bring your heart rate down unless you bring your hands down and or your pace down. But here's the good news. After this one, we're going back to strength. Yay! When it beeps again, gonna grab those dumbbells real quick and we're going to do front kick curls. So actually our lower body is basically going to continue kicking like this, but we're going to be doing biceps curls. Tucking your elbows right into your waist, really thinking about excellent form. We're slowing down the pace, but that does not mean that we're slowing down the intensity. You know, that's the thing about intensity. So here we go. Bringing one knee up at a time, trying not to fall over, and kicking that foot out. Now, obviously, I can move my biceps curls significantly faster than the kick. I'm having a hard time kind of figuring out my pace on this one. We're keeping the intensity quite high, even though our pace is very slow, because we're lifting essentially the heaviest dumbbells that you can handle with good form. When it beeps again, we're doing a high knee twist. So dumbbells are here at your chest. We're going to twist to one side while we bring up one high knee at a time. So you're twisting into the high knee, really feeling those abs and obliques doing the work, as well as, a little bit more biceps work while we've got these dumbbells right here at chest height. The fact is, now, if you are moderating, of course, you're not going to be using your heaviest dumbbells. You're going to be using a moderate pair. This shouldn't feel especially intense if you are moderating for a moderate workout. When it beeps again, we're going to do a bent over fly, which means that we're going to have our feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. You're going to push your hips back, and from that bent over position, we're going to widen our hands out to the side. Really thinking about not letting your neck jut forward, that we're squeezing from the middle of our back. Core is pulled in tight. Back is super, super straight. The thing about pushing and getting intensity from a strength workout is that you need to push yourself to lift basically as heavy as you can. So, oh my gosh, so that you are grunting and so that it is intense. When it beeps again, we're doing a side kick delt raise, which means that we're going to have our palms facing our body. As your palms come up right underneath your chin, we're kicking out to the side. Oh my goodness. This is essentially a slow motion and very heavy butter churn, which we are going to do in our next little cardio section. Not right away, but we are going to get to it. And in fact, speaking of cardio, it's coming up again. When it beeps again, we're going to put these dumbbells down and we're going to get moving and grooving with those forward hinge arm flappers. That is essentially a deadlift. Your feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart. Whew, doggies. Your hands are going to be doing jumping jacks, but your lower body is going to be doing a deadlift, pushing your hips back behind you, and then pulling them forward. This is glute work, but of course, because it's cardio, it is also heart and lung work. We are back to that high intensity, high speed, but low impact, absolutely no jumping, cardio pace. When it beeps again, we're doing letter K's. Both hands going to be up overhead. We're going to reach one hand kind of down out to the side while that same leg kicks out to the side. On one side, you're going to be forming the letter K. On the other side, we are not. Now, I don't know if it's been really obvious to you, but these intervals of cardio and strength are getting longer. So when we do this one, we've got more intervals of cardio in a row. Here we are with those letter K's, reaching down to one side, reaching down to the other, feeling real good about this pace. In fact, I just realized I've slowed down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. It's a push day. I knew I would regret that at some point. I'm starting to. So I'm going to remember that I promised myself I'm going to push the entire time. When it beeps again, we're doing kick jacks. Hands are doing jumping jacks, legs are doing kicking. Yes, my shoulders are getting tired too. That is sort of the trick of a push day, sort of the trick of low impact cardio. Our hands are up a lot. Even if you are moderating, you're feeling this in your shoulders. Here we go with kick jacks. Nice and quick on these kick jacks. This is a longer interval, so even if you're not going super fast, your heart rate is going to come up. This is a thing called cardiac drift. The longer we work, the higher your heart rate goes. And when we're doing long intervals of cardio like this, your heart rate is definitely going to get higher. If you are moderating, feel free to moderate. If you are pushing, feel free to push. When it beeps again, we're doing punch down, switch foot, which is kind of essentially what it sounds like. We're punching down while tapping that same side foot out as quickly as possible and then switching feet. So punch down, switch foot, punch down, switch foot. There is a little bit of a bend to your knee, but this work is actually coming from your core. Make sure that your back stays straight, your core is pulled in super, super tight so that you're not feeling this work. If this particular angle does feel like more work on your knee, stand up straighter and kick out to the side. When it beeps again, we're doing butter turns. Speaking of kicking out to the side, hands are going up and down directly in front of your body, up to your chin, down to your waist, while one foot kicks out at a time. It, to me, reminds me of churning butter. Whether or not this is what churning butter actually looks like, I doubt it. I strongly doubt it. In fact, churning butter probably looks a lot like machinery doing the work if I had to guess, but way back in the day. If you do not know or don't care about churning butter, you could call these hee-haws, because this absolutely feels like some kind of country dancing that I learned way back in the day. When it beeps again, it's time for strength again. We're doing high knee press-ups. Hands are going to be at your shoulders. One hand presses up at a time while your opposite knee comes up into a high knee. We're slowing it way down again, but the intensity is just as tough. The dumbbells have gotten heavier. My heart rate has gotten higher. We're pressing up with one high knee and then pressing up with the other high knee. Thinking about that leg that you're standing on. The knee is soft but strong. Really recruiting all the muscles around your knee and not the knee joint itself. When you stand on one leg, my friend, if you lock your knee joint, that is asking your joint to do the work that your muscles should be doing. When it beeps again, we're doing triangles. Hands going to stay right about here at your shoulder height, maybe chest height. Feet nice and wide. We're going to reach one hand all the way down your leg. Whew, doggies. While the other hand goes up overhead. Now on a triangle, we are jutting that hip out. This is work for your hips, your glutes, your inner and outer thighs, and oh yes, your shoulders and your back. I know you feel that upper body work, because I sure do, but thinking about where your hips are is particularly important for this one. When it beeps again, we're doing a step back punch front, which is literally exactly what it sounds like. We're going to step back with one foot. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness. While punching forward, I have to think about this. While punching forward with the opposite hand. This is across your body. That's why it took a couple of seconds to figure out what across my body was looking like. Hands are right here at your chest. There's essentially no resting position. Your upper back and shoulders are hanging on to these weights no matter where we are. Making sure that your core is pulled in super tight. Making sure that your back is straight, your form is excellent. We are continuing to push. This is the part of the workout I knew I was gonna not like. Standing crossbody crunches is next. Dumbbells on your shoulders. Oh my gosh, we're reaching across your body, bringing your knee up to your elbow. So your arms actually get a little bit of a break. I'm literally resting the dumbbells on my shoulders at this point. Your hands are still hanging onto them though, and boy, oh boy, are we using our abs to get that knee all the way up to your elbow. You're not curling down into it. You're bringing that knee all the way up. When it beeps again, whoo, doggies. This is the only time we have to do it. It's star balance. Both hands are going to go up overhead. We're going to tip to one side, letting that side, you're going to keep your ear on the arm of the side that you're tipping to, while the other arm stays up overhead. I used to call these plus signs, but I cannot get over far enough to actually make a plus sign. If you can, that's fantastic. You're only going over as far as you can recover from. With heavy weights like this in my hand, that's practically nothing for me. I know you see that. Thank goodness when it beeps again, we get to put these heavy, heavy dumbbells down, and we are back to cardio with ding-dongs. Hands are swinging wide but low, staying down low, while that same foot kicks out, whoo, to the same side. I'm so happy to be doing cardio right now. Even though I know it's going to bring my heart rate up even higher, I'm just so happy to put those dumbbells down. We are swinging wide and kicking wide. We are on the last cardio segment, you guys. I'm drenched in sweat. How are you feeling? You ready to keep pushing? Because we are, especially if you're pushing. If you're moderating, you're not pushing. When it beeps again, we're doing big arm side shuffles, which means I'm going to scoot over here just a little bit. The arms are going to make a nice big circle directly in front of you while we shuffle to the side. Now, I have heard in the comments section that sometimes these big arm side shuffles feel a little bit tricky. And I want you to know, honestly, no matter what exercise feels a little bit tricky, because there's some of them coming up that are going to be tricky for me, just keep moving. It really doesn't matter what it looks like or what you're doing, especially with a cardio exercise. Pull your core in and move your hands. Truly, and maybe move your feet if you want to. That's all it takes. That's all we're doing. We're getting our heart rate up. When it beeps again, we're doing dancing X's. Gonna have your hands wide, your feet wide, and we're gonna meet in the middle across your body. Your opposite elbow meeting your opposite knee. Nice and big, nice and fast. In fact, I'm reminding myself, we're pushing today. I'm pushing today. You're doing your workout. I'm pushing, which means I need to remember to push. Let's push. Okay. Except that this next exercise it's an exercise for your brain as well as your body. We're doing leg twister jacks, and let me just tell you right now, if you've done them before, they're not easy. It's complicated. You have to use your brain. Just move your arms. You're flapping your arms like jumping jacks. You're twisting your legs in and out. That's really all there is to it. Don't try and follow along with me. Just twist your legs while you're doing jumping jacks with your arms. I'm gonna go twist my leg out, then twist my leg in. So out and then in, and then the other foot in and out and back in again. Then in, then out, then in, then in, then out, then in. And yes, sometimes I do actually just have to say that in my head. When it beeps again, we're doing can-cans, which I know is another one that can be tricky. We're bringing up one knee and then kicking with that same side. So it's a knee and a kick, and then a knee and a kick. And I know saying that while I'm doing these leg twister jacks is about to confuse me, my friends. As long as we are moving at the pace that you intended to move at the beginning of this workout, you are doing so fantastic. Knee and kick, knee and kick. These can-cans, whether you like them or don't like them, can do them perfectly, like I'm doing them perfectly, but do them the way they're intended to be done, more or less or not. There's no repeating today, you guys. We are almost done with all of these cardio exercises. The next one is the last one, and it's booty kicker jacks. I wanted to end on a high note for myself because I can usually do those pretty well. Hands are doing jumping jacks, of course, and your lower body is doing booty kickers, really stretching out that thigh muscle that we have used a lot today. You know, this knee-friendly work, just because we're not doing, here's booty kicker jacks, just because we're not doing squats or lunges doesn't mean we're not working the muscles around your knee. That, my friend, is one of the best things you can do for your knees, is to strengthen the muscles rather than using the joint, because the joint is really only supposed to make your muscles move a certain way. The muscles are supposed to be doing the work. When it beeps again, you guys, we're grabbing those dumbbells because it's time for strength again. We're starting with good mornings, which is a deadlift, except the twist is that we've got the weights up on our shoulders. So one dumbbell in each hand. Gonna have your hands, or your elbows out wide while the dumbbells rest here on your shoulders. And then we're going to push your hips back and pull your hips forward. For deadlifts, I can get down significantly lower. For good mornings like this, I really have to think very hard about pulling in my core, keeping my back straight and my elbows wide, which means I can't really get over quite as far. It's never about how far over you can get. It's about using excellent form and squeezing from your glutes. When it beeps again, we're doing triceps pull downs with high knees. So hands go up overhead, both of them together, palms facing each other. You're going to bend your elbows while bringing up one high knee and then extend again. Your elbows are staying right next to your ears. You're not letting your hands, nope, not your hands. You're not letting your elbows jut out to the side. This is tough stuff. Your triceps are tiny little muscles. They don't want to do this work. They're shaky right now. They're not very happy with what I'm asking them to do at all. But we're still going to do it anyways. Making sure that you're soft but strong on that standing knee, core pulled in tight. When it beeps again, we're doing a step back, twisting punch. Oh, thank goodness, hands come down. We're stepping back and twisting away from it to punch out to the side. So stepping back, oh golly, and twisting and punching. I am not twisting very far and I'm not punching very far, nor am I stepping back very far. This is sweaty and difficult work, making sure that you are pulling in your core. This work, even though your limbs are moving, is coming from your abs. Your abs are stabilizing all of this work. That's why I'm grunting. When it beeps again, we're doing side bend with a crossbody knee touch. Now here's the thing, on a side bend, hands are here at your shoulders. On a side bend, you're only bending your torso. Your hip is super stable, and then we're bringing up that opposite knee towards your opposite elbow. We're bending down to the side and then touching that knee to the elbow. When we were doing the triangles earlier, I was telling you to jut your hip out. Now I'm telling you to keep that hip as stable as possible. We're only going to where your spine and your abs can bend to. When it beeps again, oh my gosh. I know you've been waiting for this all day. Where are those drinky birds at, Paula? Yeah, here they come. Coming up next, we're doing drinky birds. Oh my goodness. We're going back and forth on this. I'm not trying to make you do like one interval on each side. A drinky bird is a single leg deadlift. Oh, doggies. We're thinking about pulling your leg up behind you by using your glutes. This is not bending forward. This is tipping forward because the back half of your body, that leg, is not letting you do anything else. Your back is super straight. Your abs are pulled in super tight. The next time it beeps, we will be done. Oh, but we're not quite finished because you know I've got one final thing for us. And if it's not drinky birds, what in the world is it going to be? Oh yes, we're doing a little bit more cardio with weights in our hands. We're doing half jacks. Literally half your body doing a jumping jack at a time. Oh my goodness. Letting your hand sit by your side and then reaching out with your palm facing down, tapping that leg out once on each side. We're going as fast as you can with still excellent form, because my friends, if we're not using excellent form, why are we working out? Am I right? When it beeps again, we're gonna put these dumbbells down forever. I'm gonna turn the timer off and we are going to cool it down. Oh my goodness, this has been super tough. I know I'm talking in time with the tapping and the half jack. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, put those dumbbells down. Yes, that's worthy of singing because that was tough, you guys. Let's do some arm circles. Oh my gosh, with some tappers. Let's bring that heart rate down. Now I know some of my bees are like, you know what, that was a great push day. I could actually push a little bit more. I know, sometimes you really want to. And here on screen, I'm actually gonna have a little bit more. I have lots and lots of 10-minute workouts that you can just kind of tack on to a push day, a moderate day, a whatever kind of a day. I'm gonna encourage you though, honestly, especially if this was a push day. This was a good push. I've got an extended cool down that's also quite lovely for you because this was enough, my friends. No matter what your goal is, this was excellent work today. Let's open up our arms nice and big. And then close them up nice and tight. Give yourself a hug and a pat on the back. Oh my goodness. This was sweaty stuff today, and I'm super proud of you. No matter what you choose, I do have that workout for you here on screen. You are welcome to go a little bit more or cool it down a little bit more. Thank you so much for working out with me today. You guys, I'll see you in the next video.